One thing that interests a lot of people, including myself, is backstories of characters in My Hero Academia, and so I thought, Kirishima's backstory hasn't really been touched on, so I may as well begin with him. We only know two things about Kirishima's past really, which are his first time activating his quirk as a child, and also that he has some connection to the hero known as Crimson Riot, albeit we don't know how deep this connection is. I want to try to focus on Kirishima's fascination to Crimson Riot because I have a feeling it's going to be very important at some point in the future of the series. I will not really be spoiling anything from the manga since there has literally been nothing more than what the anime revealed in episode 26, so you will not have to worry about this as someone who only watches the anime. Okay, one thing that we of course know for certain is that Kirishima looks up to Crimson Riot to such a level that he chose his hero name in tribute to that hero. We don't know if this hero is alive or dead, or if he and Kirishima have personal history, but I get this kind of feeling that because of the fact that Kirishima said he wants to be a hero just like Crimson Riot, that he was very respectable. He was most certainly not like Endeavor, who is an asshole to anyone he meets pretty much. One line I don't really want to cross yet, but I am willing to believe if evidence emerges that supports it, is that Crimson Riot and Kirishima has a far closer connection than Kirishima just looking up to him. By that I'm of course referring to a family relation or somewhere along those lines. It's something I'm willing to believe, but because we lack anything to support that theory, I'm going to try to avoid speculating on that for now. It's however very possible that they have actually met, and if they have, I imagine it's very likely that Kirishima witnessed a villain attack of some sort. Of course, since we don't know the status, personality, or even quirk, we have no idea what kind of hero he was exactly, but if there was an incident and Kirishima was there, it's possible that Crimson Riot did something to boost Kirishima's respect for him within that one shining moment. He might have even saved his life. I could stretch it to him giving his own life for Kirishima and potentially his family, but yeah, nothing to go on there, so I will just leave it at him being saved because that's something that we can speculate on without really crossing any barriers that shouldn't be crossed without anything to go on. So one thing that I would like to speculate on, however, when it comes to Crimson Riot is his hero ranking, and this isn't really a spoiler because I won't mention any other names, but it hasn't been revealed who the third ranked top hero actually is. So what if that spot actually belongs to Crimson Riot, and if that's the case, that would of course mean that he's still alive. Horikoshi, the writer of My Hero Academia, left out the third ranked hero spot, and I'm pretty sure that he has big plans for whoever that seat belongs to. Much like Midoriya and All Might, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future Crimson Riot makes an appearance and takes Kirishima in and may even make him his sidekick, because that would be something that we all would want to see, I dare say, and also something that's very likely to be the case. Even if he lands as a sidekick for anyone else before that, that is not to say he'll remain in that certain place forever. I mean, hero work is pretty much a profession in My Hero Academia, and as such, that means he can be relocated for whatever reason. Another hero might pay him more, the said hero he's working for might not be satisfied with Kirishima's particular set of skills for the work which that particular hero agency is doing. Many things are taken into account when it comes to who works at which hero agency. The heroes in charge obviously want people with the right set of quirks and for them to be the right people for the job, as I said, much like any other job. Of course, this is all based on the idea that Crimson Riot is actually alive. So if he's not, well, then that future will never happen, obviously. So the last thing I want to talk about before I end this video is the quirks of both Kirishima and Crimson Riot. We of course know that Kirishima's quirk is hardening, but there's nothing on Crimson Riot's quirk. I said earlier that he might look up to Crimson Riot for personal reasons or whatnot, but it could also be that the relation between them is that they have a similar quirk. Again, nothing really to go on other than that he's willing to tribute his own hero name to Crimson Riot, and no one else seems to have that same idea. So I just have this feeling that there's a connection between them even if they haven't met in person. So if their quirks have some similarity, that would be something that would really appeal to Kirishima. Of course, they won't have the exact same quirk, but it may be similar in one way or another. So for example, while Kirishima can harden, Crimson Riot may be able to solidify himself differently, much like Tetsu can turn himself into steel. Who's to say those two are the only ways that it could happen? Anyway, I'll be ending the video here. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts about Kirishima and Crimson Riot. And as always, if you did, please like this video. If you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. This has been your favorite host, Perm, and I'll see you soon.